The two men seen in the surveillance footage wearing gray pants and a black jacket were suspicious. Other men also had on black clothing, including coats and pants. One of the suspects took out some tools to break into a truck, while the other stood nearby, looking around curiously. Meanwhile, the homeowner was watching from camera footage and spoke up when they saw that it was going to happen.
Can I help you?
The criminals fled immediately after that. This video was uploaded by Dr. Pet Mom on March 1st of 2019 and shows terrifying doorbell footage. It's late at night, during a storm, and the street is sleeping as there's an accompanying thunderstorm in the sky. You can also see lightning flashing throughout the video. Suddenly, a massive amount of lighting strikes right next to the camera near where it stands. Unlike traditional home security systems that would notify people inside when this happens, this loud sound is heard instead. Thankfully, no one was hurt or injured due to this shocking event. Rather, it just fell onto a large pole nearby without harming anyone else. The video shows a suspect wearing a black jacket and pants that cover his entire face. He is seen sneaking around the main door, looking up here and there, before picking up two pieces of clothing, a dress like those worn by the suspects in the video, which he then checks for any signs of tampering, before placing them back on the ground near where he was standing. After some minutes, he takes out what appears to be an implement used for breaking locks, a hammer, and tries unsuccessfully to break open one door's lock. Meanwhile, his partner is spotted wandering around aimlessly nearby. If they were caught doing this, they could potentially be charged with burglary. Be safe and keep your doors locked. In this video, a suspect is captured on camera wearing black trousers and being shirtless. First, he smashed the window of a nearby house with one stone. Then, after entering through that broken glass, he attempted to rob another home by jumping onto its roof and breaking in through an open window. Fortunately for the homeowners involved, their house was almost targeted as part of this criminal spree. After waking up the homeowner inside their bedroom via screaming and commotion, as heard in the video, police were able to apprehend him shortly thereafter. A fight broke out, and the 71-year-old homeowner pulled out a gun, shooting the suspect multiple times. Police say that despite being shot, the suspect grabbed away the handgun from the homeowner and hit him several times. But fortunately for everyone involved, neighbors quickly came to their aid and were able to track down and apprehend a 26-year-old man suspected of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Recently, Fortnite crazy videos have surfaced on the internet showing yet another creepy clown. This particular clown is seen standing on a deck of a house carrying two balloons and staring into the camera with an eerie look. He then gets down and starts punching a pumpkin in frustration. After much effort, he finally manages to rip it apart completely. The video ends right there without revealing what may have happened next. Obviously, these clowns are bored and need some new entertainment. Maybe chasing kids or playing games would be more appropriate activities for them, rather than terrorizing innocent civilians by attacking pumpkins. This doorbell news footage of a failed burglary attempt was uploaded on March 3, 2022. It shows two burglars attempting to enter the house by climbing up onto the trash can as their partner pushes it from the outside. However, they quickly realize that this is not going to work.
Here, use my hands. No.
No, let go.
Sorry.
And are forced to flee when the homeowner wakes up and falls out of bed. What made them think this would be an effective strategy in the first place? This video, uploaded by WSVN-TV on June 17th of 2022, shows bizarre Ring doorbell footage. A middle-aged woman repeatedly attacks a doorbell while carrying an umbrella and also has a dog with her. The footage shows how the woman dressed in blue approaches the house's doorbell persistently and just starts smashing it using the umbrella before the homeowner can speak from their speaker. After listening to him, she quickly leaves without providing any explanation for why she would do that. This is not the first time something like this has happened. However, there is still no clear answer as to why someone would behave in such a manner. On April 1st, 2022, Doorbell News uploaded a video of something strange happening at a house. It's late at night, and someone comes to the home with their girlfriend. While they're both talking, the person jumps over the gate to get to the second portion of the house, presumably trying to enter through an unlocked door. The footage ends before we can see what happened next. Unfortunately for whoever was visiting that particular home that evening, it seems like things didn't go as planned. Perhaps they were not allowed inside, or perhaps emergency services were called quickly due to this being an unusual occurrence. Regardless, this is still unsettling news for homeowners who may have had visitors unexpectedly show up on their doorstep in such a way. A burglary was attempted on a woman's home in Cape Coral for the second time, but this time it was carried out by the victim. When the first robbery took place, she lost $10,000 worth of possessions, including jewelry, bags, and clothing. However, this latest attempt involved an assailant who deliberately trespassed onto the property wearing specific clothes that were captured on camera. After looking into the camera and confirming that no one was around to see her actions, a common tactic used by burglars, she walked through the front door trying to pry open it with a crowbar. The owner of the home said that most of her expensive belongings, including sunglasses, a Gucci bag, black Michael Kors bag watch, diamond rings, were taken during this raid. The thief stole a large number of valuables from an isolated house, leaving the homeowners shocked and perplexed. Despite this brazen act, the perpetrator was able to escape with all of the stolen items, worth over $2,000. The community is still trying to figure out where she hid everything, and wondering if anyone will be apprehended for such a heinous crime. During the night, a suspect was seen trying to enter several different houses in a neighborhood. He wore a hoodie and had a cap on, which made it difficult for him to be identified. Eventually, he entered one house where the owner caught him on camera.
Hey, what do you need?
The owner spoke up before he left and asked if he meant to run into their home.
Hey, what do you need, dude?
I didn't mean to run into your house.
Who the are you?
The suspect replied with an apology, stating that he did not intend to do so. After leaving the property, the suspect ran away quickly. In the video below, taken by KPRC2 Click to Houston on May 3rd of 2022, a middle-aged woman is seen acting strangely after midnight. She rings doorbells continuously past midnight, talking on the phone in detail about the houses and cars that she sees inside. When residents heard her knocking, they should have immediately called 911. If you encounter this situation late at night, never open your door, no matter what. This Fox 11 Los Angeles footage from May 20th, 2022 shows a bizarre robbery. An older woman is sitting outside her house when a car stops next to her. Out of the car emerges a lady who kisses the older woman's hand and starts putting on jewelry around her neck without the woman noticing. Another woman approaches them and blesses the older woman before she calmly walks back to her car with some jewelry in hand. How clever can people be? I hope that people like this stay away from our homes. This crazy home invasion was captured on a doorbell camera and shows an older man running into the house wielding a knife. Fortunately, the homeowner was inside with her 5 young ones at the time, and no one was harmed. In this video, the boy from down the street came to our house while we were away and hit our door with a whip. When we looked at the security footage of him whipping our doorbell, we saw he had one hand on his weapon, a skateboard. So when I opened up to talk to him, I winged it open myself. The homeowner told me that she was home during this time and that she recorded what happened on her camera. On one particular day last year, they took their daughter for a walk nearby. As soon as they left, another neighborhood kid started beating up my daughter with a skateboard. My daughter retaliated and hit him back, which caused other children nearby to help push him out of the way before he could get too close to us again. Once he got back onto his feet and found us, all hell broke loose because Daddy's little girl must have done something bad. The homeowner believed the scratches on their car from the whip were evidence that his neighbor was responsible for causing them. He went to tell him this and was met with hostility by the neighbor, who threatened him and then shot him in the air. The homeowner called the police, who arrived and found out that since the neighbor had discharged a firearm recklessly toward an inhabited area, he had been charged with deadly conduct. The owner of the home explained how he was able to get inside the house on Sunday morning by ringing the doorbell. The man inside did not answer.
Yo, what's up?
Hello, can I use the phone real quick?
My phone.
Yeah, my phone there.
And according to a detective who spoke with him, it is believed that this homeowner's daughter let Bryant in at around 2 a.m. after claiming he had a gun and threatened to jail her father. After arguing with his wife, the homeowner ended up fatally shooting her and then turning the gun on himself. Bryant, a stranger who had been in the home at that time, was later apprehended and charged with second-degree homicide involving firearms after police found his weapon near where he was hiding. This footage of a snatching robbery was taken by 9 News Australia on June 6, 2022. As a young woman is about to enter her home with her bags in hand, an assailant hiding behind the car jumps out and grabs her bag forcefully. She resists, but he manages to pull it away from her. She begins screaming for help and tries to fight back independently while also calling for backup. However, the robber quickly escapes before anyone can reach him. We hope that the police took severe action against this criminal based on this video evidence. The video shows 3 men wearing black hoodies enter a home around 7:30 p.m. on Monday. They ask the homeowner if they breed exotic dogs. She is suspicious and tries to learn more about them, but one man grabs her at gunpoint, and there is a struggle ensuing. The men try to take away 2 of the woman's exotic microdogs, valued at $4,000 apiece.
What the hell is going on right here? As soon as I turned around, that's when he grabbed me, and then his boys got all frantic. And as soon as I turned around, he went and the other guy that was standing here went and put his arm around me, put the gun to my head, And then I started screaming, trying to like wiggle myself out.
They were like trying to drag her out. I don't know for what reason. They had her by her neck, trying to drag her out with the gun to her head.
But she defends herself with gunfire before running outside, pursued by the suspects. She tells police that in future situations like this, she will fight back for her safety and those of her expensive pets. In this video, the homeowner explains that he has lived in this house for over 20 years and purchased a gun 8 years ago. Today, during some lessons on how to handle firearm safety, an incident occurred where strangers came to his door asking for money. He explained that while it was necessary to save his life, he did not have any money given that question. The homeowner called 911 and waited for the police to arrive. While he was waiting, he broke into the stranger's home and caused a disturbance. The homeowner armed himself in self-defense, but the intruder did not leave. As a result, the owner had to use his firearm to shoot 4 times at the intruder, hitting him in the chest. I didn't want to hurt him, but felt that it was necessary under these circumstances for defense purposes. The police arrived thereafter and ordered the house owner to follow their rules, which included wearing handcuffs during questioning and investigation proceedings. In September 2017, homeowners near Las Vegas began to notice charges on their credit cards that they did not make. Upon further investigation, it was confirmed that these purchases were not made by them. Now, the couple had misplaced a purse containing multiple cards just days prior, but this is where things get strange. They would then review home security footage and realize that at no point during the time when they left with the purse did they ever come back home again. This leads to one possible conclusion. Someone must have stolen the bag while they were away. However, oddly enough, the purse was still there when they returned home later on in the day. After carefully reviewing the footage, investigators discovered that 2 men entered a home by scaling a back wall and then walked directly into the kitchen, where they stole several valuable items. Most disturbing of all is the fact that while this was happening, the homeowners were right in front of their house sleeping on their living room couch. Judging by the way that the 2 men were walking around the kitchen, it's apparent that they knew about what had occurred and were aware of it. Had homeowners woken up at a different time, things could have ended much worse for them, as is clear from how brazenly these burglars acted. At this point, however, police are still searching for suspects in connection with this theft.